Welcome to the healing place and to Pilates Strong and Mobile. This morning I'm set up on my reformer, and we aren't actually going to use reformer, but I have the ability to make this reformer into a really nice long cushy mat. So I really like that option. All right, today we're going to talk about side waist. 2 out of 3 of our abdominal muscles live in our side waist. And so strengthening up through the side waist really helps us in everyday living and, stronger in more ranges of motion. And, that's what it's all about, right? Being able to move as we wish as our body is aging. So I'm all about that. I want to be strong and I want to be mobile as my body is aging, and I want to be nice and flexible. So are you ready? Let's get started. Now, if you don't like to be on your knees, okay, I will show you the alternative for this in just a moment. But let's come on into quadruped. And so knees directly underneath the hips, wrist, elbow, shoulder, all in one line. I want to think about making a circle with the trunk of my body. Okay, circle with the trunk of my body. And you'll notice as I come around here, I'm making more space into my side waist. And maybe I'm doing a bit of a cat stretch. And I just want you to lightly close your eyes and start to circle out. If I was doing this standing, I might want to have my hands on my thighs and just working in through my hips. I could be standing as well. And just moving from side to side, lengthening in the side waist, and just doing what feels good for me here to get some length into that side waist. And 2 more. And let's change direction now. And changing direction. Let's move with the breath. Two more. Good. Let's take that right hand ahead of the left and just reach into that side waist. If I was doing this standing, it might look more like that. Okay. Or I could even have my hand on my counter, okay, on a chair or table, and do it that way, but standing off the knees. I truly believe that movement should be for everyone and switching sides. And so I find, if the knees aren't happy, a lot of people will avoid doing the movement. But if we think outside the box, there's always a way to work with the body you have. And for me, that is just so important because movement is freedom. It feels good in the body, feels good in the mind, feels good in the spirit. 1 more breath here. And then slowly bring it up. Nice job. All right, so I'm going to do this one kneel standing. You could be standing for this. And so I want to bring my hands forward, and I'll just drop them down so you can see my elbows are going to reach away from each other. And it's like I'm hugging a 100-year-old tree. But I want to keep my collarbone wide and my elbows reaching away. If this didn't feel good for me, holding my arms up in space like this, I would cross them across my chest in what's called genie arms. I want equal weight into both feet if I'm standing and into both shins if I'm kneeling. If I'm in this position, okay, I want to keep a little bit of flexion in the hips and soften up through the glutes. So I don't want to clinch a penny with my butt cheeks. I want a little ease, a little grace in those hips, right? A little bit of movement there. Softness. All right, so let's come into the breath. I want to inhale and exhale. Inhale, go to the right. Exhale, come back to center. We're going to stay to the right for 3 more. Inhale, go to the right. Feel the left sideways pulling us home. Inhale to the right, exhale to come back. Inhale. We got one more here. Now let's go the other direction. Again, I'll show this arm option here. Inhale left, exhale right sideways, pulls us back. Inhale left, exhale. Nice. All right, arms can either come here. So the arms could be here as we come into side flexion, or they could be up and overhead, just depending on what's feeling good for you here. Okay, grow nice and tall without clenching the glutes. So we don't want to pinch a penny with the butt cheeks, a little bit of softness in the hips. Let's think about cinching that way. So if my arms are here, I want to keep this space between the ear and the top of my shoulder. This bottom rib's coming towards the top of the pelvis. And as I exhale, this side waist is going to pull me back up. Let's stay right. 3 more. Inhale to come over. I want to think about my body between 2 panes of glass. And 1 more. Nice. I'm going to show the other arm variation as we come into the left side. Inhale, left bottom rib towards the top of the pelvis. Right side waist is going to cinch together and pull me up on that exhale. Try not to pull up with the shoulders. If you're in this arm variation and you feel this shoulder pulling you up, bring your arms down. Let's do 1 more. Good. Arms come back to center or into genie arms. Let's go to the right on the inhale. Exhale, center. Let's go left. Keep reaching through the elbows. That's it. You're doing great. And back to center. 1 more each way. Good. Coming hands on or up and over. Let's go to the right. Inhale. Exhale, sideways. Brings me back. Let's go to the left. And over. Good. I'll show the other arm for the next 2. Exhale. Collarbone wide. Elbows reaching away. Nice. Good work. All right, we'll come on to all 4s to get just a little bit deeper into that sideways. Again, you don't want to be on all 4s, okay? Wrists or knees are the issue. I'm going to show you the standing option in just a moment. So in the first variation, my right arm goes long, and then it's just like I'm going to pull something as I bring that elbow towards my opposite knee and bring it out, okay? And then I can reach that arm long now. Think about elbow towards your opposite knee. Now, if you want a variation and add both arm, leg, reach here, you're gonna reach, exhale, elbow towards the knee, scoop. So my right shin is pretty heavy, exhale. Good, keep going there. If you're standing, I wanna anchor in through the right, scoop, twist through that waist as I bring the elbow towards the knee. I might not get the elbow to the knee. That's okay. Okay, this is more about what's happening in your waist, that exhale, scooping that belly in and up flat and wide. All right? And let's do 1 more. Good, taking it down. If you're going on to the other side, if you're standing, just switch sides. Again, choose what's feeling good for you. Or add the leg. Your count here is 8. If you're adding the leg, the glute is strong here as you come across. Twist through the waist. And 8. Nice. Bring it up. What I'm hoping now is you're starting to feel some side waist action. Actually, all over the core action. but especially coming into that side waist as we go into the last one in this series. So we will go down on our backs here. And we'll come into Pilates crisscross. So let's interlace the fingers. And I like to make a little place to hold my head. So if you can see that, my thumbs are up. And then they come around and my elbows come forward here. I want to let my head grow really heavy in my hands. This will let my chin drop forward a little bit, but what I don't want to do is pull my head. I want to peel my spine to mid-back, okay? Now I'm going to hold myself up in this ab curl position and anchor my left foot, float my right leg up to tabletop. Now I want to think about my left bottom rib coming across towards my right hip bone. That's the first variation. The next progression is both legs up. And the next progression after that is left leg long. That's it. You play with what feels good for you. Keep going. You have 4 more. Really think about that bottom rib coming across towards the opposite hip bone. There's a diagonal line there. Think of shortening that line on the exhale and expanding that line like it was a string, okay, as you come in and out. Nice, last one. You're doing great. Let's change sides now. Anchor the right, float the left up. Float the right up if that feels good for you. Add the leg if it feels good for you. Right bottom rib is reaching across towards that left hip bone. Okay, follow your exhale right to the end. And as you do that, you're flattening and widening the belly, coming right into that side waist. Last 2. Or if you're at 8, you're done. Good. Let's let both feet find the floor. Take the arms out to the side, knees, ankles together, or feet mat width apart. Let both knees go to the right. And just bringing your breath into that side waist now. And 1 more. And then going the other way. And 1 more breath. Slowly bring yourself up. Come into a mermaid leg here. So this is a mermaid leg. If this does not feel good for you, this leg could go long. Both feet could be straight out in front of you, okay? Hand comes to the side. So for me, that's my left. And my right ribs are gonna arc or fan. Think about one of those fans that, that opens this way. Think about your ribs fanning and opening on that stretch, okay? And then come back the other way and fan the other side of the ribs. And back. Does it feel good to take your arm up and over your head? Just bring your hand to your shoulder. The main focus here is lengthening into the side waist. And 1 more. Good, let's switch sides. And bringing it out. Good, nice work. Fanning those ribs, breathing. The arms are where it feels good for you. and bring it back to center. Nicely done. I want to thank you so much for joining me today at the Healing Place for Pilates Strong and Mobile. And I look forward to seeing you soon.